Run Studio Run is a book that details how to manage and grow a small creative studio. The first edition was successfully funded on Kickstarter and available for purchase through Extracurricular Press in May 2018. Run Studio Run is a step-by-step guide that helps you look at your studio critically, as a business as opposed to an artistic endeavour. You will establish goals and paths and how to reach them. You will see that the more of your business you can commit to process, the more you will free yourself up to do the work you really love. Run Studio Run is written by Eli Altman, Creative Director at 100 Monkeys, the Berkeley, California-based naming and branding studio. He is also the author of Don't Call It That, a naming workbook. He has led projects for clients including Google, Samsung and Target, as well as a wide variety of bars, restaurants and startups. Before joining 100 Monkeys in 2009, Eli worked as a strategist at Meta Design and Factor Design in San Francisco. He has been interviewed on naming and branding with the New York Times, NPR, The Guardian, Inc. and 99% Invisible. I would personally like to thank Eli and Extracurricular Press for sending us a copy of the book. It's been a really good read and I have thoroughly enjoyed reading and reviewing for our readers. I will start with the physical book before we jump in. Starting with the cover design, and the first thing I notice is the feel of the book. It has a nice premium card textured feel to it. You really need to hold it to experience it. Run Studio Run was designed by Monica in San Francisco, and the book also contains a series of 3.5 by 7-inch art prints if you back the project on Kickstarter and pledged a certain amount. In addition to the book and art prints, I received a fold-out 22 by 34-inch field guide, also designed by Monica. The field guide acts as a companion to the book, giving you places to write in answers and ideas you pick up along the way. I also received a bookmark with the book from Extracurricular Press. Another thing I love about new books is the smell. It may sound strange, but I know I'm not the only one out there who appreciates this. Upon opening the book, you get to experience a really nice fresh print smell, and it's a unique one at that, and not one I have experienced before with a new book. The fresh print smell stays with the book. Mine is still there months after receiving the book. It's like a make you want to read it aroma. The book design is one of the nicest I have seen and experienced this year, and was a pleasure to not only read but look at as well. Each chapter has a 2-page spread that really gears you up for what you're about to read. On one side you have the title of the chapter with a little insight into its content, while the other side of the page has some nice, simple illustrations that were designed by Monica, and they really do set the tone for the book. As Eli explains, at 100 Monkeys isn't the only way to do it. Run Studio Run is filled with insights and tips throughout the book from the leaders of a diverse range of studios, including Commercial Type, Aaron Draplin, Hey Studio, High Pressure Zone, Kate Bingaman-Burt, Manual, Mickey Burton, OCD, Perky Bros, Monica, Tongue, Under Consideration and the Weekend Press. So what can you expect from reading this book? You will establish goals and the paths for reaching them. You will see that the more of your business you can commit to process, the more you will free yourself up to do the work you really love. Run Studio Run goes through a range of business areas you will face in your creative studio, and in most businesses, but from a creative standpoint, which really makes the book stand out as unique. Throughout the book's areas, it explains what you're going to be working on, such as your offering, studio processes, goal setting, responsibilities and delegation, measuring success, finding new work, the competition, negotiating and agreements, bookkeeping and accounting, meetings, studio culture, and a lot more. I could go through each chapter and explain what you're going to read and learn, but I'm not going to do that, as I feel this book needs to be read and enjoyed without knowing beforehand what you're going to read. My experience of reading this book was simply awesome, and a book I could not put down. If it was not for the fact that I have 2 businesses to run and a family to take care of, I probably would not have put this down until finished. But when I did need to put it down, I could not wait to pick it back up again. If you're curious about how people make the decision to start a small creative studio, or you're looking to take your studio to the next level and scale up, then this is the book for you. Reading Run Studio Run makes you, the reader, feel like you have your own personal business coach. It gives you plenty of valuable information to get you started and stay hungry for more. The handy insights and quotes given throughout the book by industry leaders such as Aaron Draplin, Commercial Type, Hey Studio and Monica are very handy and nice little break spots in between the main content that make you want to read more. Eli has clearly been there and done that, so the advice you're reading is tried and tested and explained in an honest way. Eli keeps it real and talks through everything you need to know to be successful in your creative business. At the back of the book, Eli also includes more reading resources, such as a short list of books he recommends reading, books that Eli himself has read and implemented strategies and techniques from, which is nice and handy as you continue your creative business journey. Even if you aren't starting managing your own creative studio, what you will learn from this book can translate into running any kind of business. Run Studio Run is a great read that is also beautifully designed, containing invaluable advice. So what more can you ask for? I highly recommend you get yourself a copy and enjoy it just like I did. Included in the written book review, we did a Q&A with Eli Altman. We asked him some questions about the making of the book, working with Monica on the design, tips on taking in the information you are reading, how to launch a successful Kickstarter campaign, and some final words of wisdom from the author himself.